So we're on our way to San Sebastian after a lovely couple of days in we've been Pamplona. Oh, better concentrate, tunnel coming up.
It's our first glimpse of the sea in San Sebastian. Just got to find the campsite. Camping in Gueldo's high on a headland 5 clicks out of town, so it's a bus ride in. It's our first real glimpse of the playa, and pretty impressive it is too. Can't wait to explore this town. No day out with Lynn is complete without finding some sort of hill to climb. So we thought we'd make our way up to the very top of the promontory to see the views down onto the town and the statue of San Sebastian at the head of the hill.
Here we are at La Mota Castle above San Sebastian. You're never far from God in Spain. There's the saint himself. There's a beautiful view of the city.
Now it's time we made our way down through the woods for a lovely Picos lunch in the old town. This is Constitution Square, and these are early generation council flats, very similar to my Uncle Bill's old maisonette in Plaistow. We saw an impressive building with Pescaderia written on it and thought it may be the local fish market. Sadly not, but underground in a glass building next to the Lidl we found this wonderful place. Beats the fish counter and our local Waitrose. Day 2 in San Sebastian, and we headed east over the bridge. There's a river that runs through the town and then into the new, more commercial district and the Surfers Beach. Not much surf today though.
Here we are on the Concha Plage.
No, we look really obvious.
It's
terrible.
It's the 27th of September. It's 25 degrees. And we're in San Sebastian. It's gorgeous. It doesn't get much better than this. Thank you. We got a bit too close.
So after 3 nights in San Sebastian, it was time to move on and head for the hills.
So we've left San Sebastian and we're en route to Potes. We thought we'd stop off in this beautiful little seaside town of Getaria. Fantastic coastal journey all the way here so far. And we've got about 3 or 4 more hours on the road.
We've arrived at La Viorna site just above Potes and picked a pitch with this view from our bedroom window. Looking forward to a few days here. It's about 1.5k walk into town, all on a made up footpath, very nicely set up. I don't think they made the footpath up for our benefit, I think it's one of the religious caminos. Potes is the capital of the Picos de Europa, and it really is a beautiful town and a fantastic location for exploring all the mountains in the region, which no doubt Heidi Hiker will have me doing in the next couple of days.
Wow, what a day we've had. So we set off from the La Fiorna campsite at about 9 this morning to go on a trip down the Gorge de Gavet, which is a gorge side walk, but we signed up for it as a trip on a Land Rover and then out to do the gorge. What we didn't realise was when Sanchos picked us up at 9 AM this morning in his fancy Toyota Land Cruiser, we'd spend an hour and a half off-road touring through the Picos de Europa before we got to the start point of the hike. Had a fantastic 3-hour hike down the gorge, a bit of footage about that on this episode. And then when he picked us up at the other end of the hike after 12.5 kilometres, we had a different hour and a half off-road coming back. So boy, have we seen the Picos, and put it on your bucket list. This is one fantastic place.
Here's some very edited excerpts from the hike.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Hello. Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, there she is. 3,
There she is.
2, 1.
Heidi Hiker. Don't go near the edge. Little challenging section to navigate.
And as we walk out of the gorge, we've had the good company of Walter and Inga from Germany and Pete and Margriet from the Netherlands. A real European hike. Hiking 12.5 kilometres in 27 degrees is clearly not enough exercise for Heidi, so she's in the pool back at base.
Second day's proper hiking in the Picos, and we've been to the top of Fuente Day. If you can see them, just tip that down, you can see the top of the mountains there, and that might see the cable car going up. So we took the cable car up and then hiked 14 kilometres back down. Well, they do lie to you, it's not really down. Some of it's down, some of it's up, and a bit more of it's down. Great hike.
We chanced upon a squadron of vultures as they were preparing for takeoff. Here they start to go one by one. Quite impressive. We were told by somebody that they are actually Egyptian vultures. I don't understand that either. So we're back on the coast for our last few days, and there's a view from the campsite looking back towards the mountains we've just left, and time to explore the two local towns of San Vicente and Comillas. So Gaudi built this for a rich local polymath in 1883. It's one of the few outside of Barcelona and full of incredible modern features for its time. And the detail in the furnishings and the interior fittings is really quite fantastic. Sadly, the commission was not 100% complete because the owner, who was returning from the colonies and was very sick, decided he'd move in early before all the rooms were finished, and he died just 1 week later, so he didn't really get to enjoy the splendour of the place at all. Sadly, we're leaving the day after tomorrow and heading off to Santander and the long ferry home. 28 hours across the Bay of Biscay. Really looking forward to that. Here's a few closing pictures of our trip. The Picos mountains feature pretty heavily, probably our favourite area of the whole journey, but it's all been good. Here's to next time.
Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet the brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, open up your eyes.